Leo and Ethan were inseparable, best friends since kindergarten. They shared everything. Dreams of success, late night talks, and even their favorite pizza toppings. As they entered high school, their paths to achieving their dreams began to subtly diverge. Leo, always drawn to the easiest route, found ways to bypass tedious homework, using online summaries instead of reading the books. He'd opt for group projects where he could contribute the least, focusing instead on instant gratification and popular trends. Ethan, however, embraced challenges. He spent extra hours in the library, joined study groups, and always sought to understand the why behind everything. He knew that true understanding came from consistent effort, not quick fixes. Their senior year brought a stark contrast. Leo boasted about his minimal effort and still passing, while Ethan diligently prepared for college entrance exams, often sacrificing social events for study sessions. Friends often teased Ethan for being too serious, but he never wavered. After graduation, Leo decided to try his hand at a series of get-rich-quick schemes. He invested in cryptocurrency bubbles without research, tried dropshipping without understanding market trends, and jumped from one unfulfilling job to another, always chasing the next big thing. He sought immediate returns, often spending his limited earnings on flashy new gadgets and nights out, convinced that success was just around the corner if he just found the right shortcut. Meanwhile, Ethan enrolled in college, choosing a demanding engineering program. He maintained a rigorous schedule, balancing classes, part-time work, and internships during the summers. There were many late nights and early mornings, but he found satisfaction in learning and growing. He meticulously saved a portion of his earnings, investing wisely and focusing on building a solid foundation for his future, understanding that substantial rewards required consistent, disciplined effort over time. 5 years later, their paths had become distinctly separate. Leo, now 23, was struggling. He had accumulated debt from failed ventures and credit card spending, and his resume was a patchwork of short-lived, low-paying jobs. He often found himself feeling frustrated and directionless, wondering why success seemed to elude him despite his constant search for opportunities. His apartment was a mess, reflecting the chaos in his finances and his life. Ethan, also 23, had just graduated with honors and secured a coveted position at a leading tech company. He had a clear career trajectory, a comfortable apartment, and a growing savings account. His life reflected the order and focus he had cultivated. One rainy afternoon, they unexpectedly ran into each other at a coffee shop. Leo was on his way to another job interview he wasn't particularly excited about, while Ethan was meeting a mentor to discuss his next career move. "Leo," Ethan exclaimed, genuinely happy to see his old friend. "It's been ages. How have you been?" Leo managed a weak smile, surprised and a little self-conscious. They sat down, and the conversation was initially awkward. Leo spoke vaguely about his projects and exploring options, avoiding specifics. Ethan, sensing his friend's discomfort, shared his own journey honestly. As Ethan spoke about his demanding college years and the hard work that led to his current success, Leo felt a pang of regret. He remembered how he had scoffed at Ethan's dedication, convinced his own smart shortcuts would yield faster results. "I always thought I could game the system," Leo admitted, his voice quiet. "Find the easy way out. But it turns out, the easy way leads to nowhere fast. I'm drowning in student loan debt from a degree I barely used and credit card bills from trying to keep up appearances." Ethan listened patiently, his blue eyes filled with understanding. "It's tough, man. There were so many times I wanted to give up, to take a break. But I kept reminding myself why I started." "I see that now," Leo said, looking around the bustling coffee shop, a newfound resolve in his brown eyes. "I just didn't realize how much those small, consistent efforts add up over time. It's not about one big break, is it? It's about the daily grind, the discipline to show up even when you don't feel like it, and the patience to see things through. Ethan nodded, a gentle smile on his face. It's about building a foundation, brick by brick. They talked for hours, catching up on life, and for the first time in a long time, Leo felt a flicker of hope. He realized that while he had spent years searching for quick wins, Ethan had been steadily building a life of substance. "What do I do now, Ethan?" Leo asked, a genuine plea in his voice. "I feel so far behind." "You start," Ethan replied, his tone encouraging. "One small disciplined step at a time. It's never too late to change your path." That conversation was a turning point for Leo. He decided to embrace discipline. He started by creating a budget, cutting unnecessary expenses, and seeking financial advice. He enrolled in online courses to learn a new skill, setting aside a dedicated hour each day for study. He took a steady, entry-level job, no longer looking for overnight success, but for consistent income and experience. The journey was slow and often challenging, filled with moments of doubt and frustration. But this time, Leo didn't give up. He remembered Ethan's words. It's about building a foundation, brick by brick. He learned to celebrate small victories, paying off a credit card, mastering a new coding concept, or successfully sticking to his budget for a month. Each small step, no matter how insignificant it seemed, was a brick in his new foundation. Years passed. Leo continued to work hard, to learn, and to grow. He discovered a passion for project management, and slowly climbed the corporate ladder, earning certifications, and gaining valuable experience. His debt was gone, replaced by savings, and he felt a quiet pride in his accomplishments. He had built his success not on fleeting shortcuts, but on the solid ground of consistent effort and disciplined choices. Ethan, meanwhile, continued to excel in his career, becoming a respected leader in his field. He mentored new colleagues, invested in innovative technologies, and lived a life of purpose and fulfillment. They remained friends, meeting regularly. Their conversations shifted from catching up to discussing their careers, sharing advice, and even collaborating on community projects. Leo would often tell new acquaintances, "Ethan taught me that there are no real shortcuts to anything worth having. Discipline isn't about restriction. It's about freedom, Faye, the freedom to build the future you truly want." And so, their story became a testament. While shortcuts might offer temporary ease, it is unwavering discipline that truly paves the path to lasting success and genuine fulfillment. Discipline beats temporary success.